Hello, Colin Daniels. Thanks for tuning in. This is my video blog. This is part 17. It's part 5 of my video blog series, How to Make a Record in 2 Days. Feels like part 17 though, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so it's Friday night. It's midnight. I'm desperately searching for a bass player to play 3 of the songs on my record. We're recording Saturday and Sunday all day. I need my bass player there at the beginning of Saturday at 11 a.m. It's midnight, Friday. I finally get a hold of my friend Corinne. Her boyfriend, Matt Cascella, is a bass player. And so I say, hey, Corinne, thanks for calling me back. Or, hey, Corinne, I just called you. I don't remember which it was. And I had a little snafu with my bass player for this weekend. Had somebody all lined up, and we had a little accident-y. And she can't use her hands, which is, a problem. So I was wondering if your boyfriend, who is a bass player, and by the way, I should say, Matt Cascella is an amazing bass player, and was an amazing bass player before he became Corinne's boyfriend. And I'm sure becoming Corinne's boyfriend made him a better bass player somehow, but I don't mean to refer to him as her boyfriend exclusively. He's a fine man and a fine musician in his own right, regardless of who his girlfriend is or how awesome she is. Anyway, so the other thing in the back of my mind, one little side road here, is that although I was really disappointed that Seisha, the bass player that was previously signed up, was unable to do it, if Matt was able to do it, Seisha is an amazing bass player, and Matt is also an amazing bass player. They're 2 of my favorite bass players, so it was kind of like, say somebody saying to me, well, oh, here are a bunch of valuable jewels. And me going, wow, that's great. I would love to have those. And then somebody going, sorry, the jewels broke their wrist. We have to take them back. And me going, oh, well, that kind of blows. And then that same person going, but we have a ton of gold for you, if that would suffice. And me going, yeah, I'll take the gold. That'll be fine. Thank you. And I hope the jewel's wrist gets better. I'm sorry that happened. So, I'm really hoping that Matt can save the day and agree to play bass and on my record. So I asked Corinne, will you please ask Matt if you will please play bass on my record? I need a bass player. I wasn't like that. I'm a rock star. That was totally cool. And she said, well, I'll definitely ask him for you, Colin. I'm happy to do that as your friend. But the thing is, we're upstate. We're in upstate New York in some town 2 hours north of the city because one of Matt's bands has a gig, and they haven't even gone on stage yet. So we're not going to leave here until 2 or 3 in the morning at the earliest, and we probably won't be back at home in New York until 4 or 5, maybe even later. So I'll ask him, but I don't know. And, again, I was cool, I was calm, I was focused. I was sure this whole weekend was going to work out with no problems. I'm really great. I'm excellent in a crisis. I just have to say, I'm very rational. So I said, thank you, Corinne. And then I went back in that panic thing again, only like twice as hard. And I was breathing really heavily, and I was starting to get a little dizzy. And I don't really remember what happened after that until 2 o'clock in the morning. And Matt called me back on his cell phone. His band had just finished their gig. And I said, Matt, could you please devote your considerable talents as a bass player to my new rock record that I am recording this weekend? And he said yes, and I was like, thank you, I love you, you're the best, I get everything. I didn't cry. I did that for this video blog. I don't cry. I told you, I'm a rock star. Nothing phases me, man. Anyway. So I got some tissues and wiped my face, and then I said, thank you so much, Matt. I need you there at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And he said, Colin, I don't mean this in a bad way, but let me be clear. I just played a show, and I got to drive back to New York. There's no way I'm going to be in your studio at 11 a.m. It's just not going to happen. And thing is, another good thing about me, I forgot to point out, is like I'm really flexible. Like I just roll with things, you know. Like I form plans, but I don't get attached to them. You know, it's not like I have everything, you know, set a certain way, and that if it doesn't go that way, that I just lose my mind. Anyway, and so I said, well, what time could you be there? And he said, I'll try to make it there by 2. I can't even promise that, dude, but I'll do my best to be there by 2. And you know what I said to Matt on the phone was, okay, great, be there 2. That'll be awesome. We'll make it work, man. I really appreciate this. I mean, really, I really appreciate you doing this, man. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. You know, text me or call me if anything happens. And I hung up, and I was like, my plan is ruined. See, here's the thing. The bass is part of the foundation of the sound of the songs, and so my plan all along had been to have myself, who will be singing and playing guitar, Scott Holcomb, who will also be playing guitar, but differently, on a different guitar, Vin Camiso, master drummer, playing the cans, as it were, and the bass player playing the bass. And we would record the drums and the bass first, because everything else for the songs sits on the drums and the bass. So now I have Scott coming at 11. I have Vin, the drummer, coming at 11. I have me, who will obviously be there at 11. And I have Matt, who won't be there for another 3 hours. So how would I solve this dilemma? Well, for that, you'll have to tune in to part 28. I mean part 6. Thanks for watching. Seriously, I feel like it's getting better. Yeah? I think part 1 and part 2 kind of sucked. Sorry. You know. But things get better.